Hey, what is going on, everyone? Back again talking about The Last of Us. Now, as some of you may know, The Last of Us Day is approaching this month. Within the next week or so, I haven't discussed about this yet, so I think now is the right time to discuss about what to expect for The Last of Us Day. Also, just before we get started with this video, I just wanted to let you guys know that this weekend, I actually made a trip to California to check out the Gallery Nucleus Last of Us 10 year anniversary exhibit art gallery. It was a lot of fun. I got to meet a few developers, look at some amazing art, collectibles, and tons of props. They even had a life-size flamethrower just displayed, which was pretty incredible to look at. It was a lot of fun, like I said. So if you live near the California area or just want to make a trip before the exhibit is done, I believe it's going to be going on until October 1st. Then I highly recommend checking it out. But anyways, let's get back to what we're talking about. So with The Last of Us Day. So if you're new to The Last of Us Day and don't know what exactly The Last of Us Day is, then I'll explain it for you. Basically, The Last of Us Day is on September 26th, the day of which the pandemic started happening in the events of the first game. Also being Joel's birthday. Yeah, quite a life-changing gift for Joel, but it's become a celebration day for The Last of Us fans with new merchandise, photo contests, news, etc. Now, we're a week away from The Last of Us Day, so what could we expect for this year's day? Well, let's address the elephant in the room first and foremost. So as far as we know as of now, when it comes to any news related to what Naughty Dog is working on, whether that be The Last of Us Factions multiplayer or the recently teased new single-player game in the works, we most likely won't be seeing any new game announcements or teaser at this year's The Last of Us Day. Yeah, I know it's unfortunate, but from the time and time again, The Last of Us Day hasn't been notably known or reliable to be a place to show their latest projects, which is probably for the best. And I mean, especially with Factions, the ND team is currently going dark for the time being, working on multiple projects at the same time, working on their new game, Factions, etc. I've been even going back with the recent update that they've given us about The Last of Us Factions development back on May 26th of this year, about 3 months ago. I don't believe we'll see an update on it as of now. The game is currently being developed to be online further into the games as a service model that PlayStation is wanting for their first party studios. And with Naughty Dog Studio currently working on multiple projects, we won't be hearing about Factions until sometime next year. I should also bring up another piece of Last of Us media as well, which is being the Last of Us HBO TV series. I know everyone wants to hear more about it and wonder when Season 2 will be coming out, and trust me, I wish I knew, but it's safe to assume that we won't be getting any news or teaser for this year's Last of Us Day for The Last of Us HBO series either, which I'm assuming most of you would know by now. With the current writer strikes happening and many movies and TV shows, including The Last of Us being at halt with filming at the moment, we won't be seeing it anytime soon, but thankfully co-creator of the television series Craig Mason has said that Season 2 of Last of Us will begin filming when the strike is finished, and both parties, companies, and writers can come to an agreement for a lively, fair salary. I'm glad to see this happening for obvious reasons being actors deserving to be paid fairly, but with the writer strikes going on, this definitely allows the writers to take their time writing each episode while the writers' strike is happening. Just recently, Craig Mason just confirmed that the first episode of The Last of Us Season 2 is complete. And with the writers tackling the story of The Last of Us Part 2 into Season 2, it lets them explore and takes their time while the writer strike is going on in Hollywood. I mean, we all know how complex and huge The Last of Us Part 2 story is. It gives them the extra time to write out each episode for the television series and allows them to flesh out each episode from beginning to end. So overall, we shouldn't be expecting anything related to Naughty Dog games or The Last of Us HBO series for some time. But now that we got those things out of the way, because I mean, a lot of exciting things we would love to see there, but highly doubt it. But what could we expect for this year's The Last of Us Day? Well, some of this stuff you probably could expect. First and foremost, merchandise. Of course, no better way to celebrate The Last of Us Day with more Last of Us merchandise. Which, I mean, don't get me wrong, there's a lot of merchandise that drops on that day, and I enjoy it. Sometimes I'll go in copying it depending on what it is, but I mean, I don't mind merchandise. I like getting stuff, Last of Us merchandise, don't mind me. But I mean, when it comes to Last of Us merchandise, which can vary, can be from statues, figurines, apparels, jackets. Heck, I mean, I have a good feeling Prime 1 Studios will come out and announced the price and release date for their Last of Us statue. If you haven't gone and seen it yet, this is what it looks like. This is currently in the works right now, and I'm telling you, it's huge. It's such a beautiful piece of statue that I know I'm gonna be dying to buy so badly, but I probably won't be able to because I definitely know that this thing will cost about $1,000 to $2,000 at max. But yeah, it's huge. It's insane. Outside of that, we can expect some very niche things, I would say. Collaborations, which is always vary between an art collaboration like the amazing Hideo Kojima art for The Last of Us Day in 2020, board games, etc. With it being The Last of Us 10-year anniversary this year, I would surely hope that we would get something cool out of it. Like that being a game collaboration, like bring Joel and Ellie to other games like Fortnite, Fall Guys, or any games you could think of, honestly. Free avatars, a 10-year anniversary art piece. I definitely would love to see another Last of Us grounded documentary for its 10th anniversary, possibly focusing on the development of Part 1 remake, but I know the chances of that are very slim. But all in all, those are just some dream thoughts I would love to see for this year's The Last of Us Day being its 10th anniversary, but the safest bet has to definitely be merchandise, and maybe some art piece for the 10-year anniversary, but I'd love to be surprised considering it's a 10th year anniversary, and I'd like to see them do something, while not anything game news related or HBO related, because I don't think that those will be happening at this year's Last of Us Day. As fortunate as it is, we should be expecting a very calm, not too crazy The Last of Us Day this year, sadly, but I would definitely not be surprised. It'll most likely be merchandise and a photo mode contest, because they tend to love to do that for Last of Us Day when they don't really have much going on for the days. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I just wanted to let you guys know, just keep your expectation low for this year. Even if with it being The Last of Us 10-year anniversary, I don't think we will be seeing anything insane, but I could be wrong. They could do some sort of collaboration. I don't think any game related news will be showing up at all, considering with what's going on with the studio right now, and with them currently being in dark, full on development on games. So like I said, expect some clothes and a photo mode contest at the most, but who knows, we might see something cool out of it, maybe one thing or two. I'd love to see it. But anyways guys, that is it for this video. I just want to let you guys know on what we should be expecting for Last of Us Day for this year, but be sure to hit the subscribe button if you enjoyed this video. Be sure to hit the notification bell just so you know when I upload a video eventually or every once in a while. But until then, I'll see you guys next time.